Greetings, GameCola faithful, and welcome to The Tack, the GameCola's spectacular live stream showing off the video games from 2024 that are currently video games that you can play in 2025, but in 2024 they were considered the best video games by people who voted in the GameCola Video Game Awards 2024 and 2025. With me, I have both GameCola contributor and apparently our top fan, Anna Bernarski.
Wow, it's so great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being our top fan, Anna. I assume that's what that little thing is. I don't know if you guys can see it on the chat. Can you see it on the regular chat?
Yeah, I'm number one.
This is this number one crown. This is a new thing. We haven't streamed in a while, and or maybe this is a brand new thing. I don't know. Anyway, we're here to talk about video games. We're going to talk about the video games that which were considered the best by GameCola. So usually during these streams, we'll just play a couple of the games that won awards, and we will definitely do some of that. But I wanted to start out partly because I think it's weird that we don't usually do this. Partly because we need to wait for some of our game players to arrive. We are gonna actually go through the list of games and talk about them and talk about the history of the awards and stuff. We're basically I've got the website pulled up. I see that we've got some concurrent viewers here, as the YouTube analytics likes to call them. So if you can let me know how my audio and Anna's audio sound for now. If the balance is all right, I fiddled with that, but I can fiddle with it some more. Anna, please say hi to the beautiful people on the stream.
Hello, beautiful people.
You can say hi to the non-beautiful people too. Which that's not a personal judgment. It's not a personal judgment. But you don't have to be feeling good about yourself in this exact moment. We all go through tough times where we have problems with our self-image, and I think you're beautiful. But even if you're not feeling beautiful right now, you're welcome. You know what I mean, Anna?
Anyway, I'm eating a pizza.
An entire pizza?
A very tiny personal pizza.
A very tiny entire pizza is what you're saying.
Yes, and
Okay.
I have a rainbow sherbet flavored sour ale to kick off this live stream.
All right. Well, without further ado, watch this scene transition because I'm a professional. Wabam! Look at that. It's our actual internet website, GameCola.net.
I'm on a delay.
Well,
there it is.
There it is. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you've only watched YouTube videos, you wouldn't necessarily know that Jetty puts together this cool little thing here where we scroll by all the other winners. I was kind of hoping that John would have gotten here by now. So he could talk about Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Okay, let me scroll through real quick. Anna, did you have any in the first bit?
I don't think so. I think mine is in the second.
Let's start with you, Anna. All right, Anna, tell us about.
I have not played any of these games. So, let me tell you something. I'm trying very hard to wait until a game has reached, like, full release. Because a lot of the games I've been playing are quote-unquote released, but they're not the 1.0 full release yet. So, had Fields of Mysteria not early access come out last year, I would have put it on the ballot, but I'm not sure how to go about it. So
yeah, I think The rules for the awards are that a game has to be like fully released in a capacity. Minecraft was the game that sort of broke the original system where we didn't need to have a rule about it, you know?
Yeah.
Um, so I think, there was like an official full release of Minecraft, quote unquote, that we use as the date, but it can get wonky because there's also like there's games that like never quite come out, but like are basically complete games, and they just never actually say, but this is the complete video game.
But
So even 6 months after that point too, right? Like we give people a lot of time to figure it out, right? So you have 6 to 18 months to figure out if your game is out or not. And some people can't even do that. But there is the video game Balatro.
mm-hmm.
I notice here you say that you've never played poker, Anna.
I've never played poker.
Never?
I tried to play whatever whatever fake poker they had in Yakuza 2 just last weekend. I didn't understand at all what it was. I didn't know what was happening, and I had to leave.
But what about Luigi Poker in the Mario
No,
DS games?
I didn't play the Mario DS games.
Well, Anna, you need to do your video game homework.
I don't want to. I'm 30. I don't want homework anymore.
All right, but what do you have to say about Balatro?
So, Balatro is incredibly addicting, to a point where it's just like I lost sleep over playing it because I was just too invested. Uh, I almost wrote a full review for my blurb, and I felt bad, so I had to delete a lot of stuff and kept like deleting and deleting. There's not even that much to tell. It's just kind of like exactly what I wrote, which is you have to get a certain number of points to get to the next level. Every 3 levels is uh, a boss blind, is what it's called, and
Mhm.
it has a challenge that you have to get past in order to continue the game. Um, and once you beat the final blind sorry, in that order, um, you can unlock other decks to use. So these decks will come with different. um,
Whoa, number 2 top fan, Mr. Black 49. It is John Balatro.
this is one of the 2 people who got me into Balatro. Uh, first being my cousin, who I stole video games from as a child.
Mhm.
Um, but with every deck, there's like a different challenge or a different like how many. Oh no, he's
Oh no,
number 1 now.
Mr. Black has become. Anna, you've been usurped. How does this work? I don't understand how this
I
works.
thought we were friends. Shoot, I'm trying to think. My brain doesn't work
This
right
is
now.
okay. Sorry, hold on a second, Anna. I'll give you some time for your brain to work. I don't understand how this works, right? Because you posted 2 things, right? That were made. That were you were the number 1 fan. Were you tied? Is that how that works? Oh no, you're number 2. Wait, okay, Anna. Now you have to post the second thing. I know we're spamming chat, but just for the math. Did
It's
you? So,
blue.
like, is this saying that you and Mr. Black were like right at the exact same number of comments on GameCola live streams somehow?
So Mr. Black and I are actually a package deal.
Hmm.
Uh, we are twins in the exact opposite way.
Oh,
Is that GameCola staff member Blue Rider?
it's me. I'm
It's
back.
blue.
I'm gonna boost your mic a little bit.
Oh,
Mr. Black, please tell us how the audio is doing. By the way.
I'm here. I'm doing.
Mr. Black said 9 out of 10 people can't tell the difference between us. The 10th person is wrong.
um, Blue, we were just listening to Anna tell us about our good friend John Balatro.
His name is. There's two Johns that will be here today.
At this point, he's replacing the John. I was originally vamping such that I was planning on vamping with John to give you time to get here for the video game that you're gonna play, but you seem to have made it here before John.
Yeah, he's disappointing like that.
You're of course talking about John Balatro and not our good friend John Rizzi.
Who loves Hitmonlee,
Love him so much
famously.
that he is he's the staff member of the year.
Background noise. Is the background noise always or background noise just when I'm talking? We'll let that go. Anna, is there anything else you wanted to say about Balatro?
It's a great time. I'm not playing it right now, so I've forgotten everything because the second I look away from something, it doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
It's staff member of the year, John Rizzi.
Staff member of the John Year Rizzi. Wait a minute.
John
Hello,
of the
GameCola
Year.
faithful. What's up,
Yes,
everybody?
welcome. Ooh, your microphone. You're such a good staff member. Your microphone's way so loud. There, that's better probably.
Someone fix that.
I fixed it. Here, let's look. It's staff member of the year, John Rizzi.
Oh my god.
Wow!
Thank you for using the greatest photo of me ever taken.
I think isn't this is you and Jetty, right? This is Jetty right
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah. You can see Jenny's hair like slightly cropped out.
Yeah.
On the edge.
Real GameCola fans know about Jetty and my adventure to what was it? The dairy place. I forget what its full name was, but we were advertising our famous ice cream. But John, now that you're here, you can tell us about the best licensed video game of 2024.
Ah, yes, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which I will say, for licensed games 2024, it was a great year. We had not only did we have Indiana Jones, we had RoboCop Rogue City, which was a really fun, like very small, mid-budget shooter, and it was very fun. It was felt more like a Fallout game in a sense in the way you talked and interacted with characters, and the graphics looked incredible, but didn't hold a candle to Indiana Jones in terms of using its license to its full potential because Indiana Jones, it was just like you had every environment you could think of in a B movie like adventure film or adventure game that would go it used it to its full potential. It had the European city, it had the Himalayas, the jungle, the it had the desert. So two deserts actually, but but they were all unique and they were all so much fun to explore and discover and solve puzzles, grab artifacts. And the puzzles were so difficult for a mainline adventure game because when you have like big first person adventure games that have puzzles like that, even like open world games, I would say like there are technically puzzles in Skyrim, but they are so easy might as well just not be puzzles at all.
Yes,
but
you are correct.
but Indiana Jones, you're solving ciphers. You're putting languages together. You're using math in your head, and there's like no tools that actually like write math down or anything. You actually have to be really good at mental math or actually get a pen and paper and do it yourself to figure out the code or whatever you need. It's very involved, and honestly, I want more adventure games to take notes from Indiana Jones and how they do puzzles and everything because it was very well done. Very well done. very immersive too. And voice acting was great. And Troy Baker does. You could tell sometimes he's just doing a Harrison Ford impression, which can be hit or miss depending on who does it. But there are times where he's like, when he's talking by himself, he sounds a bit like Troy Baker, like especially in like The Last of Us, where you where he voices Joel there, and you can like definitely hear some vocal comparisons between that. But when he's yelling and like fighting people, he sounds like Indiana Jones. He sounds like Harrison Ford throughout the whole time, and it just adds so much charm and authenticity to it. And yeah, great game, great game. Had a blast with it.
Among greats, according to Jetty's very good GIF list
Also,
here.
Also, that was not scripted. I just it just went off on
You
a
have a
tangent.
lot. You have a lot to say. I mean, you did practice. You had a practice run with this. Yeah, stiff competition. Let's see what else. Let's see. Let's pick up. Oh, here. You can give Blue a turn. Starting out with the Canada shout out, very on brand.
Yeah. What I had to.
You're contractually obligated to mention any game from Canada
I
or
mean,
developed in
it's
Canada.
one of the best games of the last few years, which were already full of a lot of great games. So like, it's worth mentioning.
It is not undue praise. But man, I mean this sounds like a very good Pokemon because it has 1,000 resist. Usually you only get like ×2 or ×4 resist, but this is 1,000 resist.
Yeah, 1,000 times resist.
Is that how you say it, by the way? 1,000 times
Yeah.
resist, or is it one? Because
Yeah.
sometimes I know I'm interrupting for a bit, but that's me, Joseph Martin. Sometimes you see X's in games or TV shows, and it's like, oh, you're not supposed to say the X. It's like, then why did you put it there? What is the X for? It is a letter that you say out loud. But 1,000 times resist.
Yeah, that's how it is. At least to my knowledge. That would make the most sense considering the material. Yeah. I'm home from work, yay.
Do you need some time for your brain to get kicked back into gear?
No, I think I put all that I really had left to say about that into the article because I've talked about it a few times and I think I've summed up my points neatly.
Have
or
you
at
finished
least
this game?
as neatly as I could. Oh yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
I know you and James have been playing a couple games that have been like, to me, feels like unfinishable. Or maybe it was just James.
He's been playing 100 Line
Yeah,
Academy, that one, yeah.
100
And that
Resist
one,
Academy.
Oh, of course he has.
So let's see what else we got. Oh, yep, here we got another one from our very own John Rizzi.
Oh, yes. GameCola's funniest game of the year was Astrobot.
This is a hard one to do. I gotta say.
Yeah,
GameCola has a whole article called like "Can video games even be funny?" or something like that. Which you read it and you're like, it's got a point. It's hard.
Yeah, no, it's very hard, especially if um like everyone has different senses of humor. So it's like if visual gags are not your thing, then yeah, you're probably not going to find Astrobot that funny because it is literally there's not a word is spoken throughout the entire game. It is all visual gags and just like cute, charming characters being cute and charming. But like every little thing like waves at you at the camera, and and all the it's all slapstick. It's very it's very cute and charming, and but there's definitely some bits that made me laugh, especially with some of the cameo characters that are in there. Because if you haven't played the game, there are other robots you can find that are themed after other PlayStation or video game mascots or characters. So like, there's one dressed as Spider-Man. Uh, and so when you're at the hub world, if you punch or jump on any of the characters, they do like a little animation that's really funny and cute. Spider-Man specifically, if you he's perched at the top of a giant tower. So if you punch him, he falls off and jumps, and but then he just swings back up and then just like waggles his finger at you or something. And he's like, "Don't do that," and then he just goes back to what he was doing. It's and then like Leon Kennedy is like fiddling around with like the different colored keys like to open a door, or he's like trying to figure out which one is which, even though there's a clear sign on the door which key it is, and he's just having trouble figuring it out. It's, uh, yeah, it's like little bits like that, and there's so many of them too. Ooh, it's hard to keep track and remember them all, but yeah, the game's humor like really shines with visual comedy, and if that's your thing, you're gonna have a ball with this game.
All said. Now I'm going to. Oh, let's see. Okay, hold on. So we've got that. We've got Endless Ocean, and then
My ugly mug.
where did we lose?
If Diana can't join us, I can talk about Curse of Blackmore Manor and Ace Attorney.
I think we may have lost Marvel Rivals because the image was incorrect,
But yeah,
which
have
is
we already
funny
explained
because
that? Have we already explained that, or on the stream? Did I miss that, or did we?
no, I don't know. I don't know
I
where
was
Jenny.
like super confused.
I don't know where Jenny got the
and
picture. They're Marvel characters. When I first saw it, I figured, oh, there must have been some promotion where it's like, oh, haha, you can get a skin where they look like other things. Did Jenny just get the wrong picture?
He got it from. It looked like either AI generated or something. It was definitely not even the same game at all.
I want to know though. I'm not sure if. I want to know why he just changed the entire entry and not
Yeah,
just the
like he had to
picture.
redo the scrolling bit instead of just getting a new picture, and I'm like, I don't know what just happened.
I think this is maybe a joke. Well, we're playing Marvel Rivals because it won. But John, do you want to give us Endless Ocean commentary, and then and then Blue, you can vamp on how good Marvel Rivals is, until John gets set up for
I,
your
I am,
video
s-
game.
I am set up for it, but I can do a quick spiel on Endless Ocean right
Mhm.
now. Yeah. So I'm not sure who in the staff is familiar with Endless Ocean as a series. Anybody?
I'm
No,
like a
but
little bit. I've seen like gameplay of it, but I haven't played it. It's like, but mostly just like people having fun with the cutscenes that are a lot more in depth than you would imagine for a game like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, I
I
know.
looked up what it was because I didn't recognize it, and I saw a picture with like a seal wearing a giant king's crown, and I said, "There's no way this one most disappointing. Something's wrong with our system."
Yeah, so I believe that was an image from one of the previous games.
Oh,
uh, so,
Oh, see
but
now, Blue, you're
now I
disappointed.
understand. Yeah,
You're
if
disappointed.
it's in a previous game and they removed it in the new one, then I understand.
I just
yes, this
like the
is
very clear, audible disappointment that we got on the record to justify this game's entry.
welcome to hashtag Sealgate. Uh,
It's
but
an
yeah,
upgrade from
so
Puddlegate at least.
yeah, so for those of you who don't know, Endless Ocean was a series that was very fondly remembered for being on the Wii. They had two entries on Wii. It was sort of a spiritual successor. I can't talk today. To a game series called Everblue. which was also developed by the same team, which you may recognize. It's developed by Arika. Uh, but Everblue was a fun little PS2 ocean adventure game. The first one was only released in Japan. The second one, Everblue 2, was released in North America, but it was only released as Everblue 2. There was no Everblue 1 for people to determine what it was all about. And so it didn't sell well. So they rebranded the whole series into Endless Ocean and made it for the Wii. And the Wii entries are very fun and relaxing and soothing, cozy, like little adventure games where you just dive into the ocean and discover like coral reefs, anything in the ocean you can think of, like deep ocean, dark ocean, shipwrecks, caves, whatever you can think of, and you just find in and honestly, pun intended, an endless amount of species. It's really fun and very soothing, and the soundtrack's very nice. I think Game Grumps went viral for doing a crappy cover of one of the songs that's in one of the games. It was very funny. Um, but yeah, no, it has a big cult following. They weren't like big sellers, but the first one sold enough. Like I think it was a launch title for the Wii, so it sold enough in that time period to warrant a sequel, which was better in every way. And then it went dormant for a while because the sequel didn't sell as well as the first one, which is understandable. Um, and then they announced this for the Switch on Nintendo Direct randomly, and I popped off out of my seat. I'm like, yo, I can't wait to sit on my couch and explore the ocean. uh, but this one was, if oddly enough, it felt so lifeless. There was, you can tell that the fish are the things that you were discovering. The level layouts were built, but all the fish and species were randomly generated. So, like, certain species were living in habitats but not only made no sense, but it just felt like you were just running into random fish without actually like going someplace to discover, like, oh, in this cave there's an octopus, in this thing, in this area this is where the humpback whale lives, etc. No, that's just, they would just come in at random times. It's like there would be a hammerhead shark and a whale and like a bunch of fish that would be nowhere near each other, or it just felt so cheap. And it was because I said in the article, it's like, Nintendo, what budget did this game have? Because there's no actual voice acting in the game other than a few grunts from your character. You're talking to a text-to-speech robot throughout the entire game, and it feels so cold and very off-putting. And it got so grating. Like after the second level, I'm like, this isn't the entire game, is it? And it was, and it's just so. It was such a weird call because this does not feel inviting at all, which is what the series was known for. It's just invite me, explore the ocean, discover new things, it'll be fun. And it was. And until this game came out. So yeah, it just felt so empty. It was a hollow husk of what the series once was.
Almost like an endless sea of disappointment.
Yeah, you were practicing that throughout the entire speech, weren't you?
No, I came up with that right in the moment, which is why I said endless sea instead of endless ocean. Like, I probably should have. Blue, how much vamp time do you need to get set up with your video game?
About like 30 seconds, I guess.
Okay. I will then quickly speed run through talking about all the games that we didn't talk about with all the information that I know about them. And then we will do the patented GameCola switcheroo, where I will briefly stop streaming and Blue will start streaming. I'll play an ad. I'll stop streaming. Blue will start streaming, and it'll be like the stream never even went down. And it'll go straight to Blue, and it'll be the same stream from a different computer, and it'll be really cool. So while Blue's getting that already, Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. I know Ace Attorney is very popular at GameCola. I'm sure there's a few well, maybe not in here, but like if you go through these things, like I'm sure, but there's got to be an Ace Attorney character in here. Yep, there we go. Right there. So, um, but yeah, oh, you got Edgeworth. Edgeworth, Diana, of course, is a big fan of Edgeworth. Makes sense that this would happen. Squirrel with a gun. Need I say more? It's a squirrel. It has a gun. Just like my favorite animated movie, Hoodwinked, except without the gun, but it did have a squirrel.
Wow. Wow.
What? What? Why are you upset about that?
No, it was perfect. No notes.
You seemed particularly
other than your
offended.
favorite animated movie being Hoodwinked instead of Iron Giant or something actually.
I
good, like,
yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't mean to alarm you, but this is a place where we tell jokes, which are funny things to say that aren't actually true. So calm
Right.
down.
You
You
actually
can't.
So for
I mean, you
real,
could have
his
also named
favorite
Hoodwink
movie is
too.
Hoodwink.
So I mean,
Yeah. What did you say, Anna?
Oh, you heard it here first. Joe's actual favorite movie is Hoodwink.
I did specify favorite animated movie. Let's calm down a little bit.
I will not. How dare you?
um, uh, Final Fantasy, Dawn Trail. Biggest improvement is kind of a hard one because you can tell it's a newer one because it's also one of those things where games like change after they've been released. They're not always like bad games, right? Like Stardew Valley, biggest improvement. Stardew Valley was already a good video game. I don't know if you can see my mouse, by the way.
we can.
Okay, good. But like sometimes it's a bad game. This seems like it was originally not super great. Part of the
No, I
this is
think
like the MMO, right?
yes. But, it originally launched like over 11 years ago. And it was awful. Like so bad they took it all down and rebuilt the entire game from scratch. But that was I think that happened. It happened a while ago when relaunch was called A Realm Reborn, and it has since had like maybe six, maybe seven more expansions since then, and this is the newest one. But each expansion just improves the game like tenfold, and everyone loves every single expansion.
Okay. Oh, best game of 10 years ago. I mean, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's fantastic.
Yeah, Shovel
Yeah,
Knight.
this was once we get into like the 10 years ago, we've had enough time to play some of these video games. So I'm sure this one was more of a lot of these were probably got a couple more vote points than others. This I would imagine was pretty far in there. Oh yeah, and this is interesting. Jetty's put in what game won the game of the year in the year that the best game of 10 years ago came out, right? So like you got Smash Bros for Wii U. Smash Bros for Wii U, I feel like is going to lose some of its prestige now that Smash Ultimate is out.
Yeah. A lot of people keep calling Smash for Wii U like the worst one now. Like of
I
all the
think it's
Smash
just
games.
I think it's the least interesting. I think is the
Even
problem.
behind the 3DS version though, which I think is
That
very
seems silly to me. I
mean,
guess, but like I think even then it's right. Like I think it's just Smash for Wii U is the least interesting. It's basically a subset of Smash Ultimate in a lot. Like basically, unless you get into like really the nitty gritty of the details, that's kind of the vibe that it gives off.
yeah, pretty much.
And so at
And that
least
was
the 3DS has something interesting about being a Smash Brothers game on a handheld. But Shovel Knight, I think, stands the test of time. It's had good DLC follow ups. It wasn't as Mega Man as people tried to make me believe it would be, but it was still very good. It was just not specifically Mega Man in sort of the overall game design. Though I think the Plague Knight DLC was actually kind of closer to a Mega Man game philosophy. So yeah, very good.
yeah. I
Oh, do you
definitely
want to say
think
something?
it definitely benefits from hindsight because it out of all the games from 2014, I think Shovel Knight was the one that had the most impact out of all of them in terms of for especially for indie developers
Mhm.
because that just showed like hey Kickstarter games can not only can Kickstarter games be good but they can also be greatly successful
Yeah.
afterwards.
Kickstarter really struggled around this time. I mean, when was like I think 2014 is also Mighty Number 9 year, so
Yeah.
stiff competition. Nancy Drew, what else you gotta say? Nancy Drew, GameCola favorite.
Yes.
Yeah, and we got some fun like we've got a review for this one even. Um, video games were weird 20 years ago. I feel like.
I really want to play a dot hack game, but I have yet to do so. And honestly, the series is not that accessible either.
Mhm. And then Final Fantasy. It's Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 6. This is also we have very well documented playthrough for this on the GameCola YouTube channel, I believe.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean this is one of those games where it's like it's coming out at the end of the SNES's life. And so it is sort of a culmination to my understanding of like there are lots of games that kind of end up like this, right? A culmination of a series or a genre on a particular piece of hardware as the sort of the last big entry on that for that piece of hardware before you get to the next game where Final Fantasy VII like really has some, it's not like a bad game, but like it, its age shows really clearly in a way where I feel like Final Fantasy VI does not. I don't know if anybody else has anything to say on this.
I have
Not
yet to play it, so but I can't wait to play it.
And then Garbanzo Quest. That's the music you were listening to at the beginning, and that's the only thing I know about it. Anyway,
I love our here.
Blue, are you ready to do the famous GameCola switcheroo?
Yeah, what do I do?
So I will stop my streaming, but I won't stop the YouTube streaming. And then are you ready to click your start streaming button?
Yeah, I'm hovering.
Okay. And so I will play an ad and then I will stop streaming.
Okay.
And that will cover the part where we go down. All right. So you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Boom. And boom. Okay, you are ready to